So our good friend Adam Mockler went to a Trump rally in Wisconsin, and he ran into the My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell. And folks, I applaud Adam for standing there and listening to this unhinged maniac scream in his face. It was pretty classic. Take a look.
I've spent $40 million to secure our elections. This isn't about Donald Trump. I was on Jimmy Kimmel, if you bother and watch these things, and Jimmy Kimmel asked me in the spring of 21, Mike, if your good friend Donald Trump was selected like you say Biden was, would you still be sounding the alarm? We here in the United States, these computers, there's been everyone's protection, lawfare. You won't talk about Dominion or Smartmatic. You're protecting them. Why? They've attacked companies like My Pillow. I didn't change.
Why did Fox News settle with Dominion, in your opinion?
Why did Fox News settle with Dominion?
Yeah.
Why don't you ask Fox News? They never asked me for evidence. Nothing.
It's because Fox News is full of shit. I'm sorry, but Fox News is full of BS. When they say that Dominion voting machines are rigged and they settle out of court, I'm sorry, but Dominion is not as rigged as you guys say.
So the guy spent $40 million, and he's going out there losing everything for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has never one time came to his aid. Out of all of the grifts that Donald Trump has done, and all the sneakers and the Bibles and the trading cards and the jewelry that Melania's pushing and the puppies that Laura's selling and the cameos that Don Jr.'s selling, not one Trump has ever came to Mike Lindell's aid, and yet he just goes out there and keeps spewing this stuff and over-the-top things. I guess he thinks if he screams it loud enough in Adam's face that somehow it's going to make it true. But watch what happens the minute that Adam starts to lay into him with the truth. He just does what they always do, which is say that we're part of the problem. Check it out.
You know what?
Over and over, you come up with these.
You are the problem in this country.
I am?
Yes, you are.
You're the one undermining our elections consistently, spreading these lies about widespread election fraud.
No lies.
So you're saying there's top-down election fraud in all of these swing states.
It's a uniparty. The Democrats wanted these machines gone. I've talked to the Democrats. I get blocked by uniparty Republicans like Robin Voss right here in Wisconsin. He found all the widespread fraud in Wisconsin. A report came out in this state. Are you from this state?
No, I'm not from.
No, of course you're not. Who are you from? Well, you're independent.
Indiana.
Independent. Yeah, who are you from? What network is this?
YouTube channel. I run my own YouTube channel. Yeah, well, I fund it myself.
Right, you fund it yourself, right?
So I can say whatever I want. Yeah.
Oh, you can say whatever you want? Let me tell you, do you work for Dominion? This guy must work for Dominion and Smartmatic.
Shut him down. It's better than working for Russia like you do. I mean, you're helping Vladimir Putin undermine the election.
I'm the American dream on steroids. I was an ex-crack addict and found Jesus Christ. You need help. This kid needs prayer. We need to pray for him. We need to pray for him. We need to pray for him.
I love it. Keep booing.
We need to pray for him.
Boo all you want. Boo all you want. It's okay.
You guys, this guy needs prayer. He's part of the problem in this country. His eyes are closed. He doesn't get it. Do you think I'm spending all my money? I want to save your country, our country, both of our country.
You're spending all your money because you've been conned by Donald Trump. I'm sorry.
Donald Trump has nothing to do with it. Don't you get it?
We're at a Trump rally. We're at a Trump rally.
I love how he says this is not about Donald Trump, and Adam says, but we're at a Trump rally. That was absolutely priceless. You know, folks, there's one guy that old Brando never wants to be. I never want to be the old man that shits on the younger generation. I never want to be the get off my lawn kind of guy. And anytime I hear anyone start, giving the kids down the road and talking about how bad the kids are these days, I either get up and walk away from that conversation, or I'll try to steer us away from it real quick, or I'll just confront them and say, hey, no, the kids are all right. Kids like Adam are all right, and I applaud him for standing up in that lunatic's face and for giving the truth to him. Adam's not part of the problem. He doesn't need to wake up. Mike Lindell is part of the problem. He's the one trying to undermine democracy. He's trying to gaslight the rest of us into thinking that he's doing it because he loves us and he wants to help us, and he'll be praying for us. And anytime someone says, I'll be praying for you at the end of an argument, that is the official tap out cliche of a lost argument. When they get to that point where they have to turn to God to just pray for you that you will see it the way they do, you know they've lost the argument. But I never want to be that guy that gives the younger generation down the road. I have had the pleasure of, exchanging private messages with Adam, and I'm always cheering him on and saying, go for it. Because I had a lot of bitterness and resentment toward a lot of the older men that used to say the same thing about me. And I know how it feels to be the young kid saying things and the old men shitting on you, and I never want to be that guy. So, I applaud Adam Mockler, and I'm so proud of him for standing up in that idiot's face. But Mike Lindell thinks, for some reason, He's got it in his mind that he's going to flip Democrats now. He is going to come out here. He's going to give Democrats. We're starting to open up. We're starting to wake up to what Mike Lindell is saying. And you can tell that even Steve Bannon is about to call bullshit on this one. Take a look at this ridiculous clip.
Not relaxing, everybody. I've been working on a new plan that we're going to do in all 3,143 counties. It's my new Flipping Democrats project. And as long as we're approaching all the counties anyway, you can get out in front of this, everybody, and check it out at lindellplan.com. Steve, you have so many groups going after our base and the independents. We're going right into the heart of the Democrats, and we're getting them over to the common sense bucket.
Hang on. What do you mean? What do you mean flipping Democrats? How are you going to flip? How are you flipping Democrats?
We're going to educate them. We're going to say, hey, because their eyes are open now. They're open to hearing all the problems we have. They can see it right in front of them. And we've been doing this on a small level. I just spent a lot of time, remember, in Chicago about a month ago. And it was overwhelming. Everybody was flipping to this common sense bucket of Donald Trump. So we're going to take what we learned from them.
No, the only thing that our eyes are open to is we see Mike Lindell for the con man that he is. And this idea that he's going to flip Democrats, that we're starting to see it. No, we were seeing what you guys were doing before January 6th even happened. We were seeing it then. We were seeing it coming then. And then we've seen everything that's happened since then. And we've been paying attention. And we've watched you time and time again promise to bring the evidence. And you still haven't. We've watched time and time again you get shut down over and over and over. And it's because you have nothing. Think about this for a minute, folks. If some dude that sold pillows really did have this secret information that was true, and he really could prove that the election was rigged, don't you think that would be the biggest story in the history of the world? I mean, good Lord, they would make movies about that guy from now on. If there was a shred of truth to it, there would be a big Ron Howard, Steven Spielberg epic about this. If some pillow salesman was the one that got underneath and figured out how it was all rigged, they laugh him out of every courtroom because he's got nothing. And he keeps going and going and going down on that sword for Donald Trump, and not one Trump has ever come to his aid. They've never bailed him out. They've never really even talked about him. Because at the end of the day, if you can't win and they consider you a loser, then they're just going to kick you to the curb. If Mike Lindell isn't winning, they don't care about him. They can go out there and lose on their behalf all day long. They don't care. I don't know anything about Mike Lindell's past. So when he said the part about I'm a former crackhead who found Jesus, hey, look, if you were on drugs and you beat it, and you've beat it, you made it past it, then good for you. I don't care how you went about doing it. That's great. But if you made it that far and then got duped into this, that's a real tragedy in my mind. It truly is. But no, folks, don't ever, just remember this. If I ever say anything that you remember, don't sit and crap on the kids. You know what I mean? Because they're growing and they're learning and they're seeing through things. And in all fairness to Gen Z and the generation that follows, it was Gen X and my generation that raised them, So it's like that's what's always been one of my arguments when people will say these kids today. I'm like, well, okay, what generation raised them? I mean, you got to stop and think about it. I never want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that encourages them. I have a 23-year-old, I have a 21-year-old, I have a 17-year-old, 12-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And you know what? As far as the older kids go, we don't always agree on everything, but I encourage them to keep learning and to keep going. And I don't sit and scream in their face and say, you're the problem. Me and my daughter, we talk a lot about things. We don't agree on everything. But I've never screamed in her face and told her she was part of the problem. Because I really believe in the old Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope strategy. If you'll just kind of lay back sometimes and let someone keep punching, they'll wear themselves out and they'll figure it out. And I really use that tactic a lot. So it's like, okay, well, just keep punching. Just keep punching and and see what you find out. See what you find out along the way. But no, kids like Adam Mockler is all right in my mind. And he's here on YouTube. I'm going to tag his channel below in this video. You guys go give him a follow. He's blowing up and he deserves to be, because that's the kind of voices we need in the younger generation.